Up next, the big story of the previous 2 weeks.
Yes.
After roughly 14 years, Kathleen Kennedy is stepping down as president of Lucasfilm. Stepping into her shoes, you have Dave Filoni as the new president and chief creative officer. Alongside him will be co-president and co-chief creative officer Lynwen, Brennan. I don't know. I feel like you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. Like, I've heard some people are excited, some people are let down. I feel like I don't know as many Filoni things, but being a fan of his work, how do you feel about this?
I'm actually very excited. That would be the person I would choose, or that I would hope got to that position, and he did. Now, I know there's a lot of people who aren't fans of Kathleen Kennedy. Obviously, I've been seeing that all over the internet. But
oh yeah, sadly,
she did make a few moves that gave us some really awesome properties that many people enjoy and love now.
She brought the franchises back from the dead. Like, you got to think,
Yes.
when Lucas left, there wasn't anything really happening besides a couple of animated shows. And give or take, we got Rogue One, we got Andor, we got a couple of good movies. I don't know.
I think Mandalorian doing what it's doing for the franchise now, bringing in fresh eyes to the Star Wars universe, where people who had no interest before are now getting to enjoy something outside of the normal realm of the Star Wars films. Dave Filoni, growing up a fan of Star Wars to the point to where he even like
he
George
was like
Lucas was
Lucas's
impressed
mentor,
with what,
mentee.
Yeah. Exactly. That
like,
man has created so many wonderful stories.
Now,
Some of my favorite characters came out of things
I'm just
he
a little
created,
afraid because didn't people say like he directed and wrote Ahsoka, which I know people were mixed on, but I get that was his first time doing a live action show. And I assume he's probably learned a bit from that. They're going.
And that was
season 2, I think.
That was his character too. I feel like that's kind of his baby. Ahsoka Tano was created during the Clone Wars, the second iteration of the animated series. He had so many incredible story arcs, gave us so many awesome characters that we'd come to love long after, giving the clones an identity and so many other Jedi that we now appreciate. Expanding on other characters that we'd only got little fragments of in the past. And one of my favorite Sith then Force neutral characters, Asajj Ventress, she gets to have this fully fleshed out story that's awesome. Way more of Thrawn than what we just had in the novelizations and the comics. I am very excited for what he has in store for us in the future. You want a Star Wars fan to be in charge of Star Wars.
Yes. Like, I feel like this is kind of like Lucasfilm's version of DCU. Like, you got James Gunn doing the creative and Peter Safran doing the business, and we got Dave Filoni doing the creative and Lynwen doing the business. Now, do you think we're going to get kind of a James Gunn type of situation where it's one person with a vision and actually focusing on a story, not just bringing in different filmmakers throwing pasta at the wall here?
I really hope that will be the case, because then he can keep all the threads tied together, which he's done before. He's done with the animated series. And I like that they're also not afraid to give us one-off things and non-congruent stories with the visions and stuff. And like, let's not shy away from all of these other spokes on the wheel. There's something for all these different audiences. It isn't. I like. It doesn't have to be the same one person watching all of Star Wars, and you have to accept everything. Like, I just watched Young Jedi for the first time over Christmas with my nieces. And
is that the kids' animated, adorable looking show?
It was really cute. Like I enjoyed it way more than I thought I would, and I get why making something like that exists for the audience. It is, you get that soft like introduction into the world of Star Wars, especially when we're in an era of there's now a third or fourth generation even that could be enjoying Star Wars for the first time. There's grandparents sharing the original film with their grandkids, great grandkids even. So it is a generation spanning property that is still beloved. So
fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
why not?
do you think we're going to get all these different, like, in her exit interview, she mentioned all these like threads that are still up in the sky, like Taika's or Mangold's or even Donald Glover's stories. Like, all these things have been written. Do you think
Mhm.
we're going to follow through, or you think we're going to do what normally happens when
Why
someone
not?
comes in and takes over and throw that out the door and just start anew?
Like I said, because Dave Filoni is such a big fan of Star Wars himself, I think the last thing he wants to do is then just pull the rug out from under all the fandom. Like, we've been so excited for getting to hear more of Lando's stories. We've been excited for all these other side projects. I don't think he wants to shake it up that much. If
Fair
anything, he
enough.
wants to
That'd be
make
good.
sure they get done properly. They
Yeah.
get the attention they deserve before moving on to the next. So we don't get this fucking blob of Star Wars things happening. I as much as I would love more Star Wars, I want it done right.
Quality over quantity.
Yes, exactly. And it's funny, like, where there's even been this like resurgence of people going back and watching Acolyte and be like, you know what? I guess this doesn't suck.
It's
like,
not a bad show.
No,
It's
it's
a
not.
fantastically fine show.
Yeah.
You got to stop being judgmental and be like, oh, it stars girls, it stars people of color, it has LGBT. It's like, so what?
All that
There's
bullshit,
other
yeah.
parts of the galaxy where we have white males, where we got white females, where we got straight. It's like, guess what? It's all a made-up fucking world with aliens
Yes.
in fictitious languages. Come on, everyone should be represented here.
The fuck
Come
over
on,
yourselves.
people.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
I couldn't understand that shit, but I'm glad it's all coming back together. And I'm very excited for what's in store for the future of Star Wars.
Yeah. And let's not even forget, Lucasfilm is also, we got Indiana Jones. Do you think maybe we'll get something new there? Or do you think we're going to let the dust settle after that last mishap?
Oh, I kind of liked the last one.
It wasn't
you know what?
It wasn't great.
It was great. It was
there.
better than Crystal Skull, that's for sure.
That's true. That's true.
I don't know. I think obviously the main focus is going to be Star Wars, but you're right. There
100%.
are the other properties. Like, is that something, would they bring back young Indiana Jones and start doing those stories again?
I mean, we're about in a couple of months getting a young Sherlock series. Why not another young Indiana Jones series? Get a new fresh faced kid in here.
Yep.
You can get Harrison to do voiceover in the beginning and outros. Of
That
the
would
show.
be great. Oh my God, that would be awesome. Yeah. The Tales of Indiana Jones or whatever. Like,
maybe do something that fans wanted with the last movie that we didn't get. Now that Ki Hung Kwan's so big, what if we get a short round series? See what he's up to these days, or a one-off movie.
That'd be cool. It's not like all that skill set would just go away. He lived through some shit as a kid.
Yeah.
You're right. What if he just kind of kept being the badass that he was? That would be
Right?
an interesting story to follow.
Now I know we got to move on, but do you think there's a chance in hell that they might have offered this role to Favreau, since he was so instrumental in reshaping the franchise?
I don't know.
Do you think maybe you wanted to focus elsewhere?
Filoni was always at the
Or
top
do you
of that
think
list.
it's
Favreau's Favreau's, I think, would be great. Showrunner, director.
Sure.
He's great for the role he's in right now. I think he needs to stay right there in that pocket, because he's given us some incredible stuff. So let's not fuck with the machine. Whereas Filoni can sit that next rung of the ladder above and keep all of the threads straight. Make sure that we're not overproducing things. We're not giving
Fair
it.
enough.
I think this was always the move.
I'm with you.
If I had to guess.
I'm wondering why he didn't get the position earlier on. I guess it makes sense. Kathleen has been there since Indiana Jones in the earlier stuff. And I think she was the only one Lucas wanted to leave it to. And maybe Dave had to prove himself over time and grow into that role. I don't know.
I think that's fair. Yeah. I think he did. It's after all these, 2 decades he's been involved in the creation of Star Wars projects now,
Right.
that he's shown he's got the chops, and I think it's like that. I don't know, the maturity, I guess, so to say, of being able to hold his own in that spot, and then continue to deliver things that Star Wars fans have come to love. So
fair enough. Hey, yeah, I'm with you, man, and I can't wait to see where this is all going. And this next story kind of snowballs from what you're saying about not fucking with the stuff that people know and love.